Okay, so I'm doing this as a video to elicit response. I'm gonna make it short, sweet, to the point. Do you like my shows? Do you like what I'm doing? Is there stuff that you would rather see? It's been so hot lately that doing videos outside isn't as enjoyable to do, basically. I've done some, but I like doing the audio only podcast because I can just click live and start talking, and it's fun. And I'm kind of bored and not doing much right now. Besides waiting around and buying pocket knives and chasing dick, So that really doesn't make for much of a show other than me talking about the news and shit and talking about pocket knives a little. And I don't know. I think I'm just gonna kind of keep doing this, where every day I turn this on and I talk for you know 20-minute sections, hour-long sections, whatever the fuck I feel like doing. And I'd like to think that there's someone out there enjoying this. And I know there's at least a handful of you that watch some of these. I know I make a lot of these. I'm kind of going with a shotgun approach. Like, I don't know, maybe something kicks off or something. Some of this is I get high at night and I talk for 3 hours. It's probably not a good idea. I should probably delete those. The 20-minute ones are more on topic and more to the point, and I can kind of have a game plan going into them. Past a certain point in one of these, I kind of have to start spitballing, and there are some trains where we could go down some avenues that I go down regularly and hit all sorts of new topics along the way, and that's kind of fun to do. But there's also just some dead ends and shit, and it's not fun. I don't know. I like the 20-minute videos. I also enjoy a good hour one. I think any of the ones that go past an hour are pointless. Maybe I'm wrong. Uh, the hour long ones, the ones that I've been liking to do, are about knives. So I think there's probably going to be more of that. I don't know really where this show is headed. It's just kind of following me and my hobbies and wherever that floats us through the end of the world. But for now, I've picked up the pocket knife bug, and you know, still prepping the van, still doing all of that. But like, it's just there's a lot of stuff that it's like, yep, I'm buying more canned goods. Woo! Or yeah, I've bought enough canned goods. Woo! I don't know. I'm making these shows about the things that interest me and the things that I'm, ADDing around right now. And there's going to be a healthy amount of movies, swords, and guns mixed into all of it because I like that shit. But also, like, I'm going to go through other shit that I think is cool, like multi tools. And this is part of the thing that I like on my show is that I can talk about whatever the fuck I want pretty much uninterrupted. I really like that. That's one of those things that once I started getting used to that, it got real fucking hard to sit around other fucking people. And, maybe I could have left more eloquently, but I said what I said. I fucking meant it. I, uh, I am going to keep doing my own show. I would like you guys to steer the direction of that show to be more stuff that you like. Because clearly, like, I hit things like I did Blair White as a title. Like, I should do more of those, apparently. And like, I hate to like cash in on that shit, but I could pretty much just do responses to her videos probably. I might do that for a while. Half of my thing is like my podcast is me talking about whatever's on my mind, whatever the topic of the video is, and whatever I happen to be holding will probably factor into it. And whatever I happen to be holding is usually a weapon, or in this case, a Leatherman rebar, which, while not a weapon, is very cool. And I would put it to you that a Leatherman rebar is not a weapon, even with a knife blade on it. Like, yes, it technically has a very tiny knife. Congratulations. Like, is that 3 inches? I'm just gonna put it out there and say that if you are planning to attack a man with a 3-inch knife, good luck. It's not gonna go well for you. There's not too many things you can do to a human being that's gonna stop him that involve a 3-inch knife. You're like, oh, I could stab him in the jugular. Okay, try that. At the point that you could shove this into someone's jugular, I don't know. I'm not saying you can't do that. Totally can. I'm just saying it's probably unlikely for most people. Anyway, as a result of that kind of ADD or whatever, I like this audio format. Kind of just spitballing, talking, whatever. Talk about anything. And I also like making videos where I can show something and talk about it and whatever. We're going to do more of those, especially on knives and whatnot. But at the same time, I kind of like doing an audio only podcast about knives. That's kind of appealing. And to me, I find the knife and sword world to be more appealing than the gun world these days. And let me explain that. Uh, Politically speaking, guns are a no winner. They're fucking like, that's just my opinion. Yeah, maybe we win in the courts eventually, but like the other side is so fucking hardcore against guns that I haven't ever been able to make money off of any of my efforts on the internet ever. And I know people that had as much success as I did at points in my life that because they weren't doing weapons related shit were making lots of money. That's not me now. Obviously, I'm on a very small channel talking to the faithful, right? I've found basically that all of the followers that you have to pretend to be somebody else to get aren't worth it. And like the thing that really pisses me off about a lot of people is to various degrees, people either think they're cool or think they're not cool. And this attitude about you determines quite a bit about whether or not I like you. And I don't know. There's been a lot of people I've been around that definitely thought they were cool. And I'm not. I'm just me. And I do some of what I do because I'm a nerd. I do some of what I do because I'm a pirate. I do some of what I do to look cool. But like when I say look cool, you should know that I'm a nerd and a pirate. I'm shaking my head up and down right now. Sorry, that was important to that. I do that occasionally on this show. Um, So I kind of like march to a beat of a different drummer and always have. And as far as, the trans thing goes, maybe that's why I, am more open to that than some people. Is like I've always had that in the back of the closet for me, and that makes you more open to, the beat of a different drummer. I I just wanted to have some sort of thing out there that was me. It's pretty much what I've decided with this podcast is like I want to have something out there that is pure me, that is exactly the way that I think and the way that I want shit. And some of this is just me rambling, smoking weed, and I'm high as fuck right now. But I think say some of my most profound stuff while baked. I have some of my best thoughts while baked. I smoke precisely the correct amount of weed, I think, which is pretty much constantly. And maybe that's not for everybody. I'm sorry. I'm a crazy tranny that likes to smoke weed and have multi-tools. Other things too. I like camping, and I think the bug out vehicle thing is cool. That's basically what I'm building. I know a lot of people be like, you shouldn't have painted it camo. It doesn't fucking matter. That's a video for a different day, but basically the camo doesn't matter because I never intend to hide from anyone, and it's for style. It's painting a race car. Like it's kind of I'm just doing a thing to do it. Does it draw attention? Yes. In fairness, my minivan without a bumper and a winch on it and a roof rack would draw attention nonetheless. That's my thoughts. So tell me what you guys think. What shows of mine do you like? What would you like to see more of? Obviously, I think more of you would like to see more of the van thing, but that's like a as time and money permits kind of thing. I'm gonna start modding it out to drive it around a little bit as soon as I get the fucking pipe put on it, which I am going to do soon. That's one of those things that I just keep putting off because I can. Because right now I don't have to do much. That's eventually going to end. I don't know when, but then these shows will become less frequent, I'm sure. But my goal really with the van is eventually just to have no bills. And whether that's living out of the van on a piece of land I own, living out of the van free camping somewhere in Arizona, or some other version of that. My plan really is to get someplace where I can eventually build my own shit. I'm tired of this world. Tired of the world of the English. I'm gonna cut it off here before I make this any fucking longer. Tell me what you guys think. What would you like to see more of?